Here with Elijah Oliver after a win against Brendan Paetzel at Rutgers. Elijah, can you tell me a little bit about your mindset when you're approaching wrestling and what kind of what are you doing out there? Are you thinking? Are you flowing?
Well, my mindset was a little different for this one. I just came back from an injury, so my mindset is still slowly progressing. And I feel like it's getting better and stronger, as I go out there. I'm always keeping God first, which is most important. And from there, like this time, I just was a little more mentally tougher. And I felt like, just flow, man. Just go out there, have fun, and just keep wrestling.
So where's the mental toughness come? Getting in shape or overcoming injury? What is it? Where's that coming from?
Confidence boosted, whether it's from praying, reading the Bible, listening to different music when I'm warming up, doing.
What do you listen to? You get amped up? You stay calm? What do you listen to?
I change it up a little bit. I like to stay calm now before my matches. I don't want to get too riled up, so I won't be tired before the match. So I like to stay calm.
So what do you listen to?
Some gospel music.
Gospel? All right. So what are some of the last things you're thinking about when you go out on the mat, and what do you think about when you're on the mat? Are you telling yourself to be aggressive, like attack? What's the self-talk?
Well, when I'm going out, I feel a little nervous, but then in the back of my mind, I'm just telling myself, stay calm, have fun, just wrestle. No matter what happens, just wrestle hard. Don't think about getting tired, don't think about nothing else, just wrestle. And when I'm out there, it's like, it's just strategy after that, because when I'm wrestling, I'm fine. I feel good, it's just all about, staying in a good position, wrestling smart, and just continue wrestling.
How old were you when you started wrestling?
5.
5? Who introduced you to the sport?
My dad.
He was a wrestler?
No, he wasn't a wrestler. He was a football player, but he always wanted to wrestle.
I see. So when did you start taking it seriously?
I will say my freshman, sophomore year in high school. That's when I started wrestling all year round, quit all other sports.
What spurred that? Did you start liking it more yourself, or was it your dad's idea, or
it was kind of
success?
It was kind of a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I was a pretty good baseball player, but he kind of reminded me, hey, like wrestling is an individual sport. You control your destiny.
Yeah.
Versus in baseball, it's kind of like a team thing.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I really took that to heart and really started focusing more on wrestling. I like them both, but I think wrestling was more for me.
Tell me a little bit about the transition from high school to D1 wrestling.
It was a little rough. It was different, definitely different.
So are you talking about like just confidence-wise, or the amount of energy that you have to put in, or what's the deal? All of it?
Yeah, mentally. Yeah, just more of a mental build-up. That's all it was.
Yeah.
For me, physically, I was already there. I was fine, but just mentally believing that I'm supposed to be out there.
Yeah.
Not doubting myself.
So did you take any losses that made you question it, or is it just because the challenging practices, or what's the deal?
Yeah, I definitely took a lot more losses last year than.
That might be the hardest transition part, right?
Yes.
From my perspective.
Yeah, it was. But I kept pushing on, stay confident, stay resilient, and I was able to push through it.
Okay. We watch you in a room for the week, practice. What kind of wrestler do we walk away thinking that you are?
Hardworking, dedicated, hungry, always hungry. Trying to push through and get better by that 1% every practice. And just steady going. Trying to make myself really tired to the point that where I can't really go anymore. Just getting the best out of practice.
Goals for the season? Are you a big goal guy, or one day at a time, or both?
Kind of both. The ultimate goal is, All-American national champ at the end of the season. If I fall short, then I'll hopefully be All-American.
Yeah.
That's really big for me.
Sure.
But I am taking it one step at a time, with my training, to help me slowly progress into, an All-American national champion, type of wrestler. So.
Now you look like a big 125 pounder. How's your weight?
I'm doing a lot better job of maintaining and controlling it. It does sometimes fluctate and get to where I don't want it to be, but.
Can you tell me what your walk-around weight is when you're not wrestling?
When I get back, I'll probably about 132, 133. Okay. Nothing crazy, but during the off season, I'm around 138-ish.
Okay.
So.
All right. Not as bad as I thought, man, because you look big out there. All right, man. Good luck. Thanks for taking the time.
All right. Thank you.